Good evening. This is PA Wrestling's live broadcast of tonight's now match of the week, Council Rock North at Council Rock South High School for the Mike Sipler Unity Cup. As always this season, sitting next to me is Glenn Kaiser. Glenn, let's talk a little bit while the warm-ups are going on as to what to expect tonight.
Well, the big question mark tonight is Council Rock North's lineup and who is back for them. They've had several guys out of the lineup, so off camera, as you know, the speculation is they're going to have a couple of guys back, and where they fall in the lineup is going to be key for them to even compete with this Council Rock South team that is clearly the #1 team in District 1, not only as a tournament team, which we know, but certainly as a dual meet team. They stack up very, very well, match up well with most teams in the southeastern region.
Yeah, I always talk about, from a personal standpoint, I like the Robes, and Rock South did not disappoint us. Glenn, they broke the Robes out tonight.
Yeah, we were talking about that, the Escape the Rock. And here they are with the Joe Frazier.
All right, we're going to take a break here as they honor America and play the national anthem. We'll be back to talk during lineups and give you guys a little bit of a preview of what we're going to see tonight.
Our national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Now in the background, they're going to be going over the lineups. Glenn and I are going to talk a little bit about some things we're potentially seeing tonight. We talked off camera prior to the broadcast, and looking at the lineup here, we feel we have no prior knowledge, but we feel that you're going to see that the Rock South puts Ricchini in the lineup at 13 potentially, and bumps Mendez to up on Lucerne, which would be a pretty good matchup we'd see.
Absolutely. I mean, those first four bouts could be really exciting. They do have Shalinski in there at 113, so that's going to be a pretty good match no matter who's there. And certainly the Houseman-Waterman is the marquee matchup tonight at 106. So it's nice we're going to get to see that coming back around. The big question marks really are up top here. We don't really know what we're going to see there, and those could be some toss-up bouts that Council Rock North is going to have to win.
Yeah, right now Rock South is holding a six-match streak in this rivalry, and this was the year everyone thought that Rock North would be able to knock off Rock South. They've dealt with some injuries, and they're just starting to get healthy now. They're almost all the way there, so we'll be able to see if they're up to the challenge tonight.
Yeah, last year it was fairly a close match at 47-30 in South's favor, but the three previous years were just blowouts by South. So the expectation for this Council Rock North team at the beginning of the year, they were ranked number one by many of our rankers, and certainly you and I, when we talked initially, they were one of the top teams in District 1 as a dual meet team, and they've really fallen down. They have some couple really bad losses right here in the Suburban One League. And that's just not indicative of what this team is capable of. So here we go. District dual seeding meeting coming up on Sunday. Teams need to kind of declare by tonight and really firm it up by Saturday if they're going to enter. And I think North performance tonight will be the deciding factor if they're going to enter these duels at full strength or not. So everyone's going to get to see it live. I hope we have a little delay, though. I hope Mike has this on delay.
But this is going to be one of those things where we're gonna see right where Rock North is. We kind of know what Rock South is at this point. Again, in our latest rankings, they are ranked number one in the region, and rightfully so with how they performed this year. And was to lose the amount of talent they did last year off last year's squad and to come back and as strong as they are. They're solid at just about every weight class where they're going to have guys that are making runs in the postseason, and again another crop of guys going to be punching tickets to Hershey, and Rock North, if they get completely healthy, will be a team come postseason that will also make a lot of noise.
Yeah, I agree, and guys like Cole Flanagan, Eric Wolshin, and Nick Corbich, they've just stepped right in. And back to our preseason show, Coach Dylan Perry, next man up. And these three guys have stepped up and just done some wonderful things for not only themselves individually but for the team. And then you look across at who they may face, and you have Cam Robinson over there, you have Nick Nacero and Dylan Shee. So Council Rock North counters with some big guns right there. So those matches are key also for Council Rock North. I wouldn't be surprised if North wins 2 out of 3 of those bouts.
Yep, we're starting that bout off tonight at 132 pounds. So right out the chute, we might see we'll probably see Ben Radner from Rock South, and rumor has it Sammy Hayes is not healthy all the way back yet and will not wrestle tonight. They might be countering with Tyler Capriati. And, then it'll be on from there. Thompson comes out next for Rock North, Cam Robinson, like you said, Shalinsky, Nacero, Sheehy, and that's kind of like where the real strength of the lineup is for Rock North right now. And, Rock South isn't hurting there by any sense of imagination.
No. No, and I think when you looked at it earlier in the season, you looked at that, I called it Murderer's Row for Council Rock North. I used that in one of my articles on the Suburban One site, and that's a tough run for anyone to run into at North. But South, like you said, those guys, they're ready to go.
Now wrestling at 132 pounds for your Council Rock South Golden Hawks, Ben Radner.
So there's Radner, as we knew.
And for the Indians of Council Rock North, Tyler Capriati.
And we got Capriati for the Rock North Indians.
You called that one, Joe.
Right away, Radner takedown, he cuts him loose. Was able to play a little catch and release here. Ankle pick attempt, stepped out of by Capriati.
Real fast start for Radner.
Radner's a kid that definitely has some unfinished business. There he is on a low shot. Thinks better of it. Now looking in the front headlock, trying to shuck him by. Not a whole lot of attack or defense there out of Capriati, stopping him from getting him behind him. Early 4-0 lead here, 4-1 lead, 30 seconds in.
Yeah, I'm looking for Radner here to ride a little bit now and try and turn him. But I don't know, he may be getting a little weight off too. Yeah, here he comes with that bar in that half, and that's tight, and he's looking for the fall.
Yep.
Looks like he's going to get it real quick there.
38 seconds. And he had the fall.
Winner by fall in 38 seconds for the Hawks of Council Rock High School South, Ben Radner.
And there you go. There is the...
Now wrestling at 138 pounds for the Indians of Council Rock North, Shane Thompson.
There's Shane Thompson coming out 38.
For your Golden Hawks, Eric Woloshin.
And Woloshin at 138.
So this is a really good matchup here. these guys are going to really battle. Good shot there by Thompson going in, but countered well.
$20 in, running clock going right now. No score as of yet. Nice little boot scoot there, but Thompson circled out of it.
Yeah, and Wolfson may be the most improved wrestler on this Council Rock South team in my eyes. I mean, I've kept an eye on him, and he just has really transformed into a really, really smart wrestler. And with a physical component that you don't normally see from these Council Rock South guys. You know, they're usually the slicksters, but, you know, Eric really brings it when he puts his foot on the line.
There's another little scoot attempt.
Real good shot.
Yep, he gets in deep. He's got a single head on the mat. Thompson doing a good job countering thus far.
Yeah, he's long and lanky. He's able to tie you up. I don't know if he got that arm trapped or not, but yeah, he's trying to feed through. And there is two. He got through. Lawrence. Official tonight, we have longtime official in the Suburban One League, Mr. Lawrence, son of the great legendary PW coach Bob Lawrence.
Believe.
Gotta believe.
Gotta believe. We have a time. Oh, you remind me, I have a good Bob Lawrence story from sectionals one year. Good old, in the old Section 3.
Can't be better than any stories I have, though.
Yeah, maybe. Probably not. You've been around longer than I have in this area. So that's how we end the first period with Woloshin on top and a 2-0 lead.
In fact, we just had the official sign for the postseason for all the sites, so that was an arduous task, but that's completed, and certainly Mark Lawrence will be one of our top officials there in the postseason.
Yeah, he is a mainstay in our postseason tournaments. Thompson having trouble in the early goings here of keeping Woloshin from escaping. Now maybe it looks like he's finally got him onto the mat. Can go to work. Again, Woloshin, when I said, like, guy you said physical and comes out and grinds it out. It's hard not to get better in that Rock South wrestling room, Glenn.
Yeah, I mean, technique-wise, everybody's on the same page, and then it's the guys that really put in the extra work in the weight room, conditioning, and then, you know, just that heart and soul of that, you know, Golden Hawks programming. If that comes out, I mean, they're just tough to beat at every weight class. There's no easy match against Council Rock South. Even in their weaker weights, in the upper weights, I mean, you just never know what these upper weights have for Council Rock South every year. And then you see these guys at regionals and you're like, where'd they come from? And it came from the schedule, which we always talk about.
Thompson really struggling now.
Yeah,
Woloshin, again, that's just product of hard work right there. He outworked them. Runs his lead to 3-0 here with a minute 14 left in the second period.
Yeah, and Thompson's going to have to find some offense here.
Their scoot attempt. Tom's got to get into a short offense there and really, you know, make him pay for getting underneath these bad shots.
He's really, Wilson's really controlling the elbow there, and Thompson can't really even control the head, and that's a problem. I hope we're saying Wilson right. How do we say that?
I'm just going off what the PA said.
Am I saying it right?
I always said Woloshin, but it's Wolshin.
Wilson, so I'm right. That's rare.
Shot attempt by Thompson off the whistle, but he's going to pay for it now. Wolshin's got him in the front head. He's peeking around the side. Yep, he's got head in the hole. He comes around, made it look easy. Runs the lead to 5-0. Again, we talk about match that need to be won. This was a match, you know, Rock South or Rock North's going to be in it. It has to win this one.
Oh, great. I mean, they do need to win 2 out of these next 3. And, you know, again, I think they're all toss-up bouts. I mean, no disrespect to Cam Robinson, but, you know, these are good guys. Even L.J. Kahn, you know, another solid wrestler, a name we're going to be seeing in the postseason for Council Rock South. So, You know, it's a real chess match, but the bottom line is the kids come out here and they have to wrestle.
And so in the second period, 5-0 lead for Wilson, and he's not pouring it on yet, but
he's in total control of the match.
Yes. Thompson electing to go bottom to start third period, trying to get something on the board here and build a little momentum in this period.
I won't be surprised if he cuts him here after a little bit of riding if he can't turn him.
Great job on top here. He cinches up that far arm. He's got it on the back. We'll see what he does with it.
He's trying to hook that head. Thompson's really stretched out. Now he's working at base. Not a whole lot of nothing there. Now Wilson's looking for that bar. But Thompson's got to make an attempt to get out here.
Yeah, I say head's on the mat, and he's not really trying to work up.
Yeah, I mean, he's down 5 points. I mean, he needs to get up and out and start scoring.
Yep. Now he gets to his feet, and Wilson wisely drops down the leg. We've got the shin whizzer going on here, and he lets Thompson go. Makes it 5-1 with just over a minute to go here in the match. See what Thompson does. Again, he's got better shots than that. Try a little snap down spin behind, but Wilson again, up to the task to counter that. Another shot attempt.
And then a reshot of his own.
Yep, and he's in deep, and he's got the shin. Thompson has a shin whizzer going, but Wilson's going to step right through it and over. Nothing yet. They're going to.
We had those legs split there too in the line. And that's where
Rock South bench calling for that too, but Wilson's knee landed on the line, and as much as we are following more college-like rules, by definition, he was out there.
Yeah, we're only going to see that on the back points, unfortunately.
15 seconds.
Great job by Wilson jumping in that leg and just tying him up.
Yeah, Wilson's solid there. I mean, even if he gives up 2 here, it doesn't really matter. So 5-1's the final there, and Rock South adds to their lead.
By decision score 5-1. From the County Rock South Golden Hawks, Everett Collison.
Looks like we're not going to see Robinson at 45. Little cat and mouse here. We don't have Robinson at 45. Looks like we're going to see.
Now wrestling 145 pounds. The County Rock North Indian Jake Sholinsky. The County Rock South Golden Hawks, Joel Martinovsky.
So Sholinsky makes the drop down to 45 for this match.
And we have Sholinsky with the early takedown. And right away on that, looking to butcher him. He's trying to step over. He's running it again. Martinovsky looking to counter, reaching out and stopping him.
So the bump is on for Council Rock North here. Again, to fill a hole up in there. And Sholinsky down at 45. So we didn't get to see that weigh-in sheet. Coaches were a little guarded with that. And rightfully so with me sitting over here.
Yeah, how about that? They didn't want to see that weight sheet to get public tonight for some reason. Don't you find it odd they put us on the away side tonight too?
Yeah, we're next to another. We've been paired up a lot here in this gym.
Yeah.
A lot of attention after Escape the Rock, and rightfully so, though. This is a great match to get on live. Sholinsky working a tilt here, no points yet.
Yep.
He's getting a swipe.
He got a swipe.
The old swipe.
He's got that reinforced bar. See if he's out. Now he's going bar and wrist. See if he runs it here. Got a minute left.
Yeah, and again, just hook that. Kids are so intent on getting that one-on-one or a bar on that. Just hook it and run that bar that you have. For you young kids out there, just hook it. That's how you show it in the youth clubs, because they don't even know what a one-on-one is. Just hook that armpit and take your big step, drop the elbow, and it's there. I mean, you had the bar tight enough. I think he's going to go right back to the bar here. He's going to chop it and go.
A little chop, a little cross wrist here.
Yeah, maybe have to go with the tilt here because time. Trying to bring it back rather than through. Now he's got the bars. Now lost it. Still digging.
He's reaching out one-on-one again.
Might get it here. Big
Martinovski
step.
doing a nice job of fighting this off.
Yeah. Yeah, you called that.
15 seconds.
Got 10 left here in the first period, and now we got Shalinsky riding some legs, but again, too little, too late for this period here.
Yeah, Jake Shalinsky's going to have to show some real urgency here in the next period, and if it goes to the third, I mean, bonus points are going to be key for North, and they need bonus points here. I mean, this is a matchup in their favor.
All right, Shalinsky chooses bottom here in the second. Right to his feet to a Granby. Still nothing yet, but he's in on the leg. He's improved his position. But Steve's able to come up from here. He's got locked in on Martinovski's leg. He's got to keep moving, though. You know, a lot of times kids just get here and they stop. Now he's doing a good job lifting. And he's going to probably sit him back right to his, try to sit him back to his back.
He's trying to come through out the back. And he splits the legs, and there's two. Reversal. Both benches kind of quiet here from the coach's standpoint. Usually got some shouting going back and forth, but I think things are going to heat up here as we go along.
Minute 15 left in the second period. And Shalinsky got legs, and he's got that, and he's got him in some trouble. He had a back hooked arm with the leg. He rolled him through. He's got two back points waiting when the hold breaks. He just hit the midpoint of the match. See if he runs it again. He's got the low leg hooked, far leg, far arm hooked, using that leverage of his long frame to get it done. But Martinovski's doing the wisest, get heavy on that far hip so he can't dip through. He comes up. Now he's going to bring it back the other way. Martinovski catches him on his back. He gets lazy. He's got a reversal, and he's getting swipes.
Yeah, and Shalinsky's in big trouble.
Yep. His right shoulder's way up off the mat. He might come off here. No, he's in more trouble. This is huge for Rock South. He's able to keep him down here. 24 seconds going to period.
Rolled it out. Amazing. Come back around for two in his own.
Wow. Great job. Great job, both guys. 8-5 your score here with 13 seconds left in the second period.
Now Shalinsky coming back to the hazard.
Tilt. He didn't get that brake leg in place yet as he rolled through. He just went through too quick, and that's how we'll end it.
Amazing. Great period there. He's going to go neutral. Coaches tell him to go neutral. I don't know if he wanted to be there, but why not?
Looks like we have injury time here. 8-5, a lot of momentum in the favor of Martinovski right now with the big move, catching Shalinsky a little bit lazy on top there. When you ride legs like that, Glenn, you want to keep tight, and he creates separation. Martinovski was able to slip the arm through and put him right to his back.
Yeah, it was almost a cardinal mistake there. And again, this doesn't help Martinovski. He had some momentum going, and now it got stopped by I don't know if they're on blood time or injury time.
Blood time.
Yeah, blood. They got the 5-minute countdown. So, this match, was typically the match that decided this league. I mean, obviously, Council Rock South holds all the cards, but a good Neshaminy team is lurking waiting for this Council Rock North team. And that's always a big match over at North or Neshaminy, whoever hosts that one. And they get a very similar crowd. So North needs to really kind of wrestle well tonight and get themselves in a decent seed, you know, for the duels coming up. I mean, they could be a seed, you know, bracket buster, if you will, if they're seeded, you know, too low. We're kind of in the middle. So, like I said, it's good to see that their lineup is kind of, you know, reshaping for them.
Glenn, you're high on that Neshaminy squad.
Yeah, I am.
Here we are, Martinovsky in on a shot.
Yeah, good.
And he's going to get
double.
There he's got
funking through though.
No, Lawrence waves it off.
Smart. It's a good thing he did because he's got that leg and he's rolled at the right time.
He might hit. He's trying to hit like a Peterson here, but he's
going to have to hang on.
Yeah,
now
he's going to hang on for stalemate. It looks like
Martinovsky could score 2 of his own off of this initial shot. He's calling stalling on green. Stalling warning on green. That's an interesting call.
Blood time, Indians.
So stalling on green after the initiated shot. The funk counter by Shalinsky. Both men really trying to improve or remain in a stalemate. So the rule book says that the offensive wrestler needs to remain offensive. That's always the key, no matter if you're in a neutral position or in control. And there's that call that was made. And, you know, a lot of people will argue that. I would be one of them as a coach. And you guys had a guy named Steyerly back in the day.
Searly.
And he wrestled Bernie Cranley in the finals at Peckway Valley. And that was the first time I saw that call. And it was in the rule book. Just one of those things you don't really see a lot, but there it was. Yeah, Steyerly was tough. They had some good battles, too.
Yep. Shalinsky drops down, breaks hands, and gets to the leg head inside single here. We'll see if he's able to improve on it.
Yeah, Shalinsky's in.
He's got to get pressure forward.
Yeah, but Martinovsky stuffed his hip to the mat.
Yeah,
really.
He's doing a great job pounding his hips there. It's coming up now. He's only got one hand on it.
He's got to keep working that head. He needs
now
it.
He's got head and arm. He had a head and arm, or leg and arm rather.
Now he's crowding him.
Yep. See if Lawrence calls for the. There we go. Stalemate.
38 seconds.
You know, Shalinsky doesn't have too many varsity matches this year, so I mean, you know, we know the name obviously, and you know, you thought they had the clear advantage
nice
here.
Head inside low single. He's going to try and scoot out the back door like he did earlier in the match.
Yeah, same position.
Martinovsky doing a good job of locking around the waist, trying to keep that from happening.
Now he's got the leg split again.
Yep.
This could be 2.
Yep, there it makes it 10-5 in his
that'll
favor with under 10 seconds going. He gets right back to legs.
I shouldn't say that.
Yeah. Set it back here. No, he's going to run out of time. And that makes our team score 9-3.
Yeah, that's a good win for North there. I mean, at least get some momentum. Stops South from, you know, winning a bout that was kind of a toss-up bout, but really kind of in the favor of North.
We have Cam Robinson coming out right now at 152 for the Indians. And it should be LJ Khan.
Yeah, that's Khan.
Now wrestling at 152 pounds from the Indians of Council Rock North, Cameron Robinson. And from York Golden Hawks, Landon Moore.
Oh, it's Landon Moore. Oh, well. Told you they all look alike, Mike.
All right, Cam gets behind for the early takedown here.
Oh, Moore's really... Ooh. That hurt.
Yep. Robinson going that near leg, trying to turk it. There, he's got it. He's got it not up that high, but
right to his back.
Yep, he's getting a few swipes right now.
And he comes in with double boots here.
Yep.
Could be good night.
He climbs over top, gets that second leg in. He's having his way right now. Robinson's ranked #1 at 145 pounds right now, and he has got him on his back end trying to get that second leg in. Moore doing a good job coming off his maybe.
Yeah, he got a little high there.
Thought we were going to see him come around and get a.
No, he's going to let him go, and then he saw he had a cradle there, and he grabbed it.
Now he's got it near side cradle, and he's got him in trouble. And there's your fall, and we are tied at 9 as we head into 160.
We have a masked man coming out for North. We're going to assume that's Nick Nacera.
Now wrestling at 160 pounds for the Counts Rockwood Indians, Dylan Sheehy.
Nope, Sheehy.
Yeah.
And for your Golden Hawks, LJ Khan.
Forgot that she had dropped down to 60. So Khan comes up and she stays right where he dropped down to. So this is a real good matchup here. Both teams probably, embrace this matchup. And again, it's all tied up, So anything can happen. Excellent. Out in 4 seconds, Joe. They just ran that 5th second off. I saw that. So, really the match is even right now. I mean, 2-1. That's even in my book on your feet.
Khan with the shot. Again, right in that short offense.
Yeah,
and he looks like he's cradle. Got nothing yet. He's got that near side cradle. Looking to get it. Doesn't get it. Spins behind, takes the 4-1 lead.
Really nice work there.
He's just making him pay for those bad shots.
Yeah, and like you said, head in the hole there. You're getting 2. You may as well go for the cradle, and that's exactly what he did. He knew he had 2 coming.
Trying to go a little head lever here. Battles,
You don't see many of those anymore. I call it the old snowplow. It's not a bad move. There's that switch. Oh, right to a Peterson.
Yep, he's got him in
He's
trouble.
got 2. I would have started swiping before I gave him the 2. And they're on. And there's that. That's a questionable one there. But I guess the butt was the supporting points there. But
yep.
I mean, that looked like we could have had a continuation there and some swipes.
Pulls him right in that roll through half that Josh Jevin made famous in the state final. They're trying it again, but he almost got himself in trouble.
Yeah, good action here.
Khan shown, that tendency to get into that crab ride, almost pull him through. So we'll see if we see more of that here on the restart. 30 seconds to go here in the second period. 4-3 lead for Dylan Sheehy of Council Rock North.
I wonder if these are two guys that roll around a lot, in the off season, and then, obviously in the postseason. Council Rock North and many teams get together here at Council Rock South, and it seems like, with the scrambles, they may know each other pretty well and are letting it fly, or, they're just both going at it here. It's hard to tell. I mean, the match is really close, and I think whoever wins that last scramble, Joe, probably have the win.
Yeah. You alluded to Team Apache here in the offseason, run out of Council Rock South. A lot of the Suburban One Bucks County wrestlers migrate to throughout the summer.
Yeah, it's a fabulous program. I mean, great opportunities for kids of all ages, too, not just the high school and the middle school kids, but the young kids as well.
I'll tell you what, Con was exciting on top. He was exciting on bottom.
No, Con looks good right now.
So Sheehy goes down here in the third period. He's got to avoid that when he gets to his feet. Con doing a great job of sucking him back, using his, the stand up against him.
Yeah, Sheehy's going to have to get back to his feet and get to work again, because that's where he scored his 2 points. And he's out. Goes right up, looks for a toss.
Yep.
Nice.
And gets away with just get the escape. 5-3, he extends his lead. But again, it's a 2-point lead. Takedown wins it. Khan's going to be more selective with his shots here. He's got a minute and 40. He can't take that bad shot again because, Sheehy's made him pay for it the last 2 times.
No, every shot has to be for real, and it has to be clean. And it's got to be set up. There's no motion right now from Khan, and he's got to get moving and create an angle to get a good shot. Or lower his level and get an angle.
Minute 15 left here in the match. Con wisely took a shot, got a little knee tap in there, and got out. Didn't stay with it. Wasn't there.
And Dylan's real comfortable now in those over-underhooks, too, going upstairs. So Con's going to have to stay away from that. And the shots, again, those elbows got to be in on the shot. Coach Vavakwa yelling clear for Shee to get out of there. He doesn't want to see any big moves here. Throw at the buzzer.
Another shot again. Gets that short offense, counter offense, however you want to call it.
Now try to dump, but no.
He's got low leg right now. He's got a Turk. See if he tries to go low leg cradle. No. Khan's able to get to his belly with 30 seconds to go, and Sheehy extends his lead to 7-3 here with 25 to go. Again, Sheehy making him pay for an okay shot.
Yeah, I mean, really, I'm not going to say he gave him those 3 takedowns, but certainly didn't help in his cause of defending. I mean, those shots were.
Maybe we know if he was where he was weighed in at.
Now wrestling at 170 pounds for your Indians, Nick Lucero.
Here he is.
And for your Golden Hawks, Cole Flanagan.
So another great matchup here between these two Council Rock programs. Oh, nice little toss there.
Attempt
by Nacero. Yeah, he got it.
And he's got him in trouble now. He's going to lock the headlock up. He's got Flanagan in trouble. That's tight. There's a lot of time left. Minute 35 left here in the first period. You got to be careful he doesn't
get rolled, though.
Yep, then there it is.
And now Flanagan scoring backs.
We're going to come out of this 5-4 probably. Yep. Glenn, it's one of the things I always go through my guys, whether when I was coaching at the high school level, now I'm coaching at the middle school level. When you get to that headlock position, you got to get your hip to the mat up by the head where they can roll you. Where if they're going to roll you, they're going to have to lift you and roll you through.
You got to bury your hip, and you cannot get parallel. And that's he did both. He kept his hip up, kind of pressed a little bit for the fall too early. Like you said, settle in, tire him out, choke him off a little bit, and hang in there and get your backs. I mean, he just was a little impatient, and that's what happens. You get rolled. And this time he got rolled to his back for 2. And now Flanagan's feeling some confidence.
Yep. When Glenn said choke him out, that is not that is his opinion only. That's not the opinion of PAWrestling.com. Just making a simple disclaimer there.
You got to slow him down.
Yeah. That's a better term for it.
30 seconds.
Cut off his flow of oxygen. Oh, that's a choke. So Flanagan working some legs right here, trying to get some backs, and he's got Nacero stretched out. Here comes some backs.
Yep, he's getting swipes now. He's going to end the period with the lead. He's holding 3 right now. Now he's coming off the body with that half real deep. He's got Nacero in a lot of trouble right now, but you see if he has time.
Hey.
Tell you what, 7-4 at the end of one. 7-5, sorry, at the end of one. 12 points scored in the first period. Great excitement here.
Yeah, action-packed period right there between two really good wrestlers.
It's nice when they let it fly. Not like, you know, again, it was awesome to do the Escape the Rock finals, but one of the things that were resounding opinions from the masses were there were some, you know, weren't very exciting matches. And, you know, it's unfortunate sometimes you get those top-level wrestlers that kind of don't open it up. But we got guys here tonight that are letting it fly. Sarah's got that, you know, short Blair bar going. See if he's going to try and get the turn here.
Sarah set that up well.
Oh,
yeah, Flanagan's got to be careful. He doesn't need
get a
this.
head height here. Good little sequence there, fending off the shot by Flanagan, almost going to his back. He did put him up on his feet to make it 10-7, so he's got to get a takedown. He's got to get more than a takedown here. Tries a little arm spin. He's going to come behind. He's trying to hang out front, but he got the 2 takedown. He puts him on his back. He
should have 2. Lawrence got the 2.
But he's going to his own back now.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Right back to the same finish of the first period.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
So your final was going to be 14-9.
Your winner by decision, final score.
To knot it at 12 here in the early goings. We're 5 matches in. And a lot of excitement here. This is what you wanted. You know, teams traded falls and some decisions here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously indicative of the fighters' robes. I mean, both teams throwing punches out there on the mat wrestling, and that was an exciting bout there. A couple of throws at the end of the first and here at the end of the third. Just great stuff.
Now wrestling 182 pounds for the Indians of Council Rock North Lake, silver, with Golden Hawks, Nick Corbett.
So we got Corbett coming out. His honorable mention in our most recent rankings. And he's in on a shot here, and Silver is in, you know, breaks him right down to his hip, and Corbett's coming over top, maybe looking to go crossface cradle. Silver comes with a record of 4-9. He's a freshman. Corbett, a junior. He's 18-9 in the season. Corbett was 4th at Cumberland Valley, 7th King of the Mountain, 4th at Bethlehem.
He's working a little. I thought he was going to do some double trouble. Now he's coming in looking for a cradle here. He's got that leg, that pit leg, and I really like this.
Yeah, he's bending him, bringing that head to the knee.
See if he scoops that leg and does the Volrath cradle. Patented move of Council Rock South, brought over by, you know, Bill Volrath. Was wrestled at Hapro Horsham. Excellent wrestler. Created the name of that cradle. And obviously, Council Rock South, you know, celebrating, you know, Jimmy Volrath and raising some funds for him as well at ETR. And tonight I saw they're still selling some T-shirts in memory of Jimmy.
Yep, celebrating his life. So Corbett cuts him. He was letting him up, trying to bait him into coming up and hitting him with that mixer, but it didn't work out. Silver with a shot, not his best attempt.
Yeah, good
Great
hands
counter
just snapping him down there.
Yep. Gets to see if he's going to stick with top here last 30 seconds of the period and maybe try and get a set of back. Silver, you can see Silver hands out wide on his belly like he's not exactly looking to improve his position.
No, I mean, Corbett is clearly in control here. And I have not seen Corbett this season. And again, you can see he was in the weight room in the offseason as well. And again, another, you know, Council Rock South wrestler that, you know, could be the most improved, you know, on the squad this year. Again, I mean, these guys just get better and better each match. But, you know, this guy was in the weight room.
Yeah. He was 15-15 last year. Was a regional qualifier as a sophomore. Say he's 18-9 this year.
Yeah, and Coach Sullivan Perry did something that he does every year. He makes some big moves at the state duels, and you know, Corbett and Kahn and the Watermans, they got some great opportunities last year on a star-studded team to wrestle at that, that level in the Giant Center, and it pays dividends. I mean, he's a regional qualifier with a, 500 record.
Yep. That's why they're made for March here at Rock South.
Yeah, they're building the brand.
Yep. Nice double, runs his feet across. And Silver has no answer for what Corbett is throwing at him from their feet.
Yeah, Corbett's going to work again a little bit here, and then Coach Knobloch's already putting him up, not waiting. And again, the unique thing with this Council Rock South team, I mean, these kids all kind of have what I would call a weight coach, that works with a different group, and it's a luxury for the South staff to have. I mean, Council Rock North has a large staff of their own, and they kind of emulate that. But it's unique at Council Rock South. I mean, I haven't seen it in too many places, but they always have a coach with a certain weight class.
Another great double there, past his hands and getting to the legs, that low double, and again, running them right to the edge of the mat.
That's why some people don't like Council Rock South. The rich get richer and the poor get sick, they say. Someone in a song wrote that and sung it. So another time out here, blood time. So, Mike and I are hopefully, going to be at the seating meeting on Sunday. I certainly hope I can stick around, but I may be down at the link early, Joe. And Joe's going to hook me up with a mic to do our releasing of the duels seating. But, yeah, look forward to that, fans, on Sunday. Not sure what time we're going to be doing that, but we'll get that info out. And I'm sure Joe will do a great job with or without me. Maybe he can get a guest person in a little bit and talk about that.
Maybe we can have you call in live from the link, give us an update down there.
Yeah, I'll be there with my son, so I should be under control.
Here we are on the restart after the blood time. See a little bit more movement out of Silver.
Yeah, and I think the coaching staff over at North said, hey, you got to keep working. You can't give up bonus points here, and he knows that now.
Yeah, we're at the midpoint of the match here, and it's 9-3 in favor of Corbett. Snap down, he's a spin behind, he's going to take him down to the mat.
Yeah, and Corbett is making it look easy now on his feet. So he's going to ride a little bit here. I'm surprised Coach Knobloch's not getting him to put him up again, but maybe they're looking to get 6 here too.
Yeah. Bonus points are going to be at a premium right now, and this is, when you start talking about going into these heavier weights, they got Rock South has Gilch still to come, and after that, it's going to be some even matches at 220 in heavyweight. So, cuts him again. It's 11-4 here with 22 seconds left in the period. We'll slide by attempt there. Doesn't get it. He tries to go. There's the stall call from the official. Lawrence.
15 seconds.
Try and go a little Russian tie here. Silver posting away. There's that double leg takedown again. And his toes took him out of bounds. Great call. Lawrence all over it. That left foot just came a little bit too far over the line. Great snap in that front headlock. Short time here. Silver hanging tough. And he lasts the period out giving up that takedown. So we go into the third period here. And Silver chooses to go down. See if Corbett puts him back up on their feet. It's 11-4. He's a point away from major decision criteria, which he puts him on his feet. It's 11-5. Next takedown, we'll put him in major decision criteria.
Yeah, and the coaching staff wants that right now.
There it is. He takes a double leg takedown, circles and cracks the hips down the opposite way.
So now I think they're going to let him ride here and work for the fall. I mean, you got to give him at least another 45 seconds and then go back to your feet and maybe open up a little bit and see if you can catch him, from feet to back. I mean, it's always tough for kids to send them out there to get 6. You know how that is. I mean, you got to work for the win first, and then if the fall comes, if you keep working, that's fine. But when kids start working for that fall, they get sloppy, and there's a stalling. So that adds to the lead.
Yep. Makes a 9-point lead, 14-5.
Yeah, so now going back to the feet doesn't hurt him at all with that bonus point there. And, Lawrence is doing a good job with the stalling.
Yeah, he's consistent.
Yeah, because we're going to be heading into the postseason, and these officials, I don't know why they don't up their game all the time. I mean, I know the good officials do, but I mean, you need to be calling stalling all season long, and Lawrence is doing a great job of that tonight.
Mat return there by Corbett, going back down to the mat, and here we are with less than a minute left in the match, and Corbett is cruising.
He's got a cradle locked up. See if he can keep this in. Blood coming out of Silver again, it looks like, but I don't think Lawrence sees it now. He does. So they're going to stop the match again. I mean, he's only used 30 seconds of blood time. It seems like a half hour to me.
Yes.
So I don't know how that clock's working over there. Must be a Quakertown clock.
Zing. I'd be mad at myself if I didn't bring it up. But again, Rock South, flexing their muscle, best dressed staff in the area. I would have to say, as far as innovative and stylish, most traditionally dressed staff in District 1, in my opinion, is Upper Darby. Bob Martin and the crew, always shirt and tie, staple of what they do. Tom Bavacqua is steady Eddie over there. You're going to get polo, khakis, and sneakers out of him every time.
Yeah, it's funny. Coach McCormick, Trapp, and Rappo, they're like, wear whatever you want. We want to be comfortable. So
exactly,
a couple different styles over there, like you said.
But Knobloch and Sill got it going on.
Yeah, Knobloch always tries to compete with Sill, and there's no match.
Again, he's in a league of his own. So Corbett tries to snap him down, spin behind. Silver, though, on the counter, got hands locked on the leg. Little body whizzer attempt there by Corbett. Now he's got far ankle. If he goes a little bit elbow lift with his right hand there it is. He's going to break that lock. He might even get some swipes here. Silver probably be in his best interest to let go of that leg before he allows himself to be pried to his own back.
He's going to run out of time.
Yep, and we're going to get the major decision here. And it's going to make it 16-12 in favor of your home team, Golden Hawks.
And, this is like a college score. You go through, we've been through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches, and, you have a real tight score, low-scoring match, and that tells you there's some good wrestling out there.
I'm not sure who we have coming out yet for the Indians.
I don't think anybody knows.
Now wrestling 195 pounds from the Indians of Mount Rock North, Robbie K.
Robbie K for the Indians.
Weinstein.
And we have John Weinstein for the...
Yeah, Weinstein went right to work with a takedown, and he had a little mixer there going, but he chose to scoop behind and play it safe. Now he's going to go back and look for it out front again.
K, a sophomore record of 1-2. Weinstein, a senior record 3-8.
And again, this is a key matchup for both teams. You never know with these unranked wrestlers. I mean, we got a lot of ranked wrestlers in the building tonight, and these are two, wrestlers with not a lot of varsity experience, and but certainly in great programs. So both wrestlers have to get out there and try and make a name for themselves and score some points for the team. Because if Rock gets bonus points here, that's kind of an advantage they're looking for coming back around. Obviously, with some key matchups coming up. Still looking for that mixer.
Yeah, he's coming around now. He's got him in trouble now. K's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, there's the call.
Weinstein with the fall at 1:14. Makes the lead 22-12, just like that.
Yeah, and those are Big Ten points with these matches coming up. Yep. These next 3 matches are going to be closely contested after the heavyweights. So again, this is really where Council Rock North needs to kind of make some hay, and they're in a bit of trouble right now. I think they don't match up very well here with Council Rock South, and it might not even matter those lower weight bouts coming around.
So we have Max Harrar here. He's a freshman. He's 2-4 in the season, and then we have sophomore Gianni Gilch, who's 15-10 for the Golden Hawks. Gilch was 8-9 as a freshman. Fashions.
And again, the 15-10 record as a sophomore in this upper weight class. And those 10 losses are to really good wrestlers.
Great elbow pass to a high crotch, but they run out of real estate. Great job there by Gilch. Harrar had, tried to step out of it, but couldn't. As he stepped up, it just made it that much easier for Gilch. Little ear-to-ear tie-up here. See if we can see the elbow pass again. There it is. Right down on it now. We'll see what he does with it this time. Harrar doing a great job of pounding hips in, but he's back down that knee because the pressure that Gilch is setting up, and he slips the whizzer and comes around and gets on top.
Yeah, good work there by Gilch.
Gilch out to the side here, trying to chop him down, get him on his hip, and succeeds in that. Just under a minute here left in the first period. Looks like he's got a half there, elbow deep. He's going to lift near leg. Oh, no, he's just getting pressure on the front of the top of the head. He's going to slap power half the other side real quick. Harrar doing a good job dropping that far hip. See if he comes this side, maybe going to look a little near side cradle.
Yeah, he's looking for that cradle. Again, he's got that leg scoop.
I think he's got locked up.
Back exposed as well. If you get him over to his back, it's all over.
Yep, this is trouble for Harrar. And there's 20 seconds left in the period here. Gilch has got him locked up. Harrar's.
Oh, Lawrence is going to slap the mat.
See it.
12 to go.
Rock South crowd wants to happen.
He's coming
Harrar's out. He's got to get some height on his hips. Gets a full set of back.
Yeah, and the fans don't like that.
Yep, the Boo Birds are out.
Yeah, I mean, and, no fault to Lawrence. I mean, that's one of those things where you can't see the back, and you can't make a move to go around to the other side, because if you do, you might miss something on the other side. So, people that haven't officiated, it's difficult. I mean, I've officiated, the midgets, and, I've officiated, many wrestle-offs over the years, and it is not an easy job at all, even to call the fall.
Nope. Yeah, I'm not a fan of having to do it during wrestle-offs.
Yeah, I mean, I got to say, I'm going to be on the mat, in the postseason, but Lawrence typically, will wait till the fall is secured and he sees it. I mean, and that's the way it should be. You can't just, speculate that because you can't see that other side's down. You have to have confirmation, and maybe again more, reason for these big matches, particularly these big league matches. You got to have two officials here.
Yep.
Because then all they need to do is look up to the other official, and the other official will give you the old. You don't even need to communicate. You just give them the look. Like, yep, it's there.
Gilch coming out.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in trouble here. He's got to scoot those hips away.
There it is.
And he's going to his back again now.
I don't think he's going to survive this one.
There's the fall at 2 minutes and 43 seconds.
Your winner by fall.
And a 28-12 lead now for the Golden Hawks.
Yep.
This is not what Coach Vavaco wanted in these upper weights. I think he wanted to be able to, minimize the damage and not give up the big bonus points. And South has delivered with 2 falls.
Now wrestling at 285 pounds from the Council Rock North Indians, Chance Cavaris.
Chance Cavaris.
Emmanuel Anton.
And we have Emmanuel Anton for the Rock South Golden Hawks. Cavaris comes in a record, he's a senior of 5-13. Anton is a senior, he's a record of 0-7. Again, I'm not going to say the 28-12 lead is insurmountable, but this is a match that Rock North has to win, and almost has to win by bonus points.
Yeah, no, I mean, we agree that these matches down in the lower weights are going to be, fabulous matches, tight matches with really good wrestlers. So I agree. I mean, they give up 6 here. I mean, I don't know how Council Rock North's going to be able to come back and tie it up or win this match. And again, as a coach, you sit over there and you're disappointed, that you put yourself in a position where you can't win the match. And, what you do then for those last 4 bouts, it'll all be about the postseason and these matchups. Because these guys are going to meet at leagues and districts again. They're going to battle all the way to regions. So we're going to get to see like a postseason preview tonight in these lower weights. Nothing against the big guys, of course.
Yeah. A lot of tying up here.
Dancing Bears. That's Joe's line. I stole it.
You did. Beat me to it. Ferris just trying to go double collar tie. Anton pushing away. It's not a whole lot of action right here. They're staying in the middle of the mat, and this whole period is run. And I'm gonna bound you with 10 seconds left in the period, but. Anton's choice here. I'm sorry, Rock North's choice. Comparison opts to go down.
Council Rock North chooses foul.
Ferris up to 1 foot. Well, maybe locked hands there. Anton brings us back to the mat. He's coming over top, trying to lift that leg. Kavaris throwing a little agility there. Tries to turn in, but needs to watch turn in like that. Anton doesn't change direction, pull him over right to his back. So now here we are back in referee position. Kavaris trying to overhook the leg. That's not working for him. Now he's tripoded up. He's got hands off the mat. Now he's going to work up, and there's the escape. 1-0 lead here with 1 minute and 26 left in the period. Get back to our feet to a little bit more what we saw in the first period.
Dancing Bears. Good work there by Kavaris to get the point.
Yep, a lot of movement. Past the midpoint of the match here, 50 seconds left in the second period. Still 1-0 lead for Kavaris. See if Lawrence gives it the hands a double stall here, encouraging them to work a little bit more. Neither guy's not anything. I haven't seen attempted a slide by or anything. No ducks or anything. Just 2 guys just keep swimming in for more control there and trying to gain control in that tie-up.
Yeah, and they'll do the double stall with the heavyweights quicker than they would with the lightweights. Always.
It's big hands to the face there by Anton.
He's got to be careful there.
Oh, great. Little elbow pass there, but there's not a whole lot of attack behind it.
No, I mean, all you got to do is really get behind there. But it looks like that'll be there for him if he needs it. Going to go neutral, doesn't want to go underneath.
Probably telling us something there.
Yep. Yeah, you talked about some of the losses from this South team last year. And, heavyweights are always tough to fill. And they had one of the best 220s, obviously, in the state last year. And, it takes time to develop the upper weights. If they haven't been wrestling, you get them out, off the football field and into the room. They're not guys that are going to be in the room all year long. So, it takes time. It's like fine wine with the heavies. And you're seeing 2 inexperienced guys out here. But again, they're in a big match, and they both know they're in a big match for their teams. And that's what matters. Grabbing the headgear, so that's a point. I don't know where the point went.
Kavaris thought it was on him.
Yeah, he didn't understand the rule.
Anton was grabbing the headgear and pulling on it. And there we go, back to the double.
Now they're both going to do it.
Yep. Bear's trying to get forearm, just beating the back of the head with his forearms.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get him down his head to the mat and then go to work here. But he might be better served.
Now he's over the top.
Got it. Now he can look for that mixer there. It's there if he gets underneath. Both guys are sucking some wind here.
40 seconds going to match here. Be huge to get some points here for his team, Kaiser, to get him back in it.
Yeah, and Anton's be careful he doesn't get a stall call on him.
Oh, now he's in trouble. And Kaiser has him down with 20 seconds to go. He's got a bar in. See if he's going to run it. He's got to run towards the head with it.
15 to go. And Anton may have just
saved himself.
Yep.
Too little, too late. Both guys just exhausted right now. And there's your final 4-0 to make it a 28, cutting that lead a little bit, 28-15 in favor of the Golden Hawks. As we go into, like we talked about at the top of the broadcast, our marquee matchup here, number 1 and number 2 ranked guys in the region. Kyle Hauserman from Council Rock North and Kyle Waterman from Council Rock South.
Leading Council Rock North, Kyle Hauserman. With your Golden Hawks, Kyle Waterman.
Waterman ranked 3rd in the state right now, and Hauserman ranked 11th in the state. According to the literature provided to us by Council Rock South. And there's Waterman, in on the shot, and Hauserman tries rolling through. No, still nothing left. It's nothing yet. And Waterman ends up on top. So for the early 2-0 lead here, 33 seconds into the first period.
And these two have not wrestled each other before.
At least not in high school.
Nope, not in high school. And they really don't have any common opponents, so this is a really good matchup. I mean, obviously Waterman coming off the Escape to Rock runner-up. I mean, he's feeling really, really good about his wrestling. Losing to Nardone 3-1. I mean, Nardone obviously was a more experienced wrestler from Del Barton. Del Barton, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Del Barton was ranked, Nardone ranked 19th in the nation by flow.
Kyle the Escape. Hauserman, that is. Have to use last names here as both Kyles.
They're household names.
Yep. We'll throw by attempt there by Waterman. Hauserman with the grease shot attempt, but no luck. Jen trying to scoot behind up that front head. Both
guys coming.
Yep.
Counter shot, reshot. That's something we preach in the room every day. I know you do that with your middle school wrestlers. When you get a middle school wrestler with that counter offense and reshooting off of even a good shot, and that's clearly what these are two young wrestlers that are going to have some great careers at the PIAA level, and it's great to see it right here on a Thursday night.
Shot attempt there. He's got knee walking. Great front headlock attempt, but he slips out of it. Hauserman at the buzzer.
Ooh.
And no, that was, again, at the buzzer. Great job, great action.
See if that hand touched. They might have to come over and check that. Oh, this is high school wrestling.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Throw the brick.
Vivek was going to, point out that hand touched. It matters, where he was at the time it touched, but, clearly touched there. And, I don't think he had control. He's kind of coming around the back. But, I mean, it's probably a good argument. Coach Silton Perry's coming over, too. Really, there should only be one coach over there.
Did Vivakwa just point over at us to go to replay?
Yeah, probably. Mike, cue it up.
Vivakwa not happy. Waterman starts second period on Botter. Hauserman on top. Switch attempt.
Reswitch.
Tries to step over the top. Hauserman has his legs tied up, but again, Waterman just tough in that position at scramble. Good hips. Now he comes that deep claw. Trying to get that pressure forward, keeping pressure on his hands. Claw with this,
that
inside thigh pry.
He's trying to dig a boot in too on the other side. Love that claw.
Hauserman to his feet. Waterman comes up with a leg up in the air, and he's no escape. Points are tough to come by from Lawrence right now.
Yeah, Coach Vivacqua going to start turning red soon. I've seen it.
Again, good restart here for Waterman. Again, good pressure forward. And he busts him off his base there. You see Hauserman on his belly now.
Back to that claw.
Yep.
Now he got it deep around the neck, but he's coming back in, looking for that far arm and see if he can pull that across. But Hauserman's doing a good job basing out, but he's got to get up to his feet, and here he goes again. Now he's out. He's going to get the one. That's pretty clear.
4-2 here as we just hit the midpoint of the match. Hauserman shoots him out of bounds. Good counter attempt there by Waterman trying to come around.
Yeah, Waterman's done a nice job, countering.
Rock North crowd pleading with Hauserman to stay off his knees. Waterman tries to shoot through the tie. Now going to make a little dump. He's set on an elbow. See if he tries to step through and hit the dump again. Or at least try to get out to that right arm to the left leg.
30 seconds.
You can hear over the last 30 seconds left in the period. There's a little boot scoot attempt.
No dice.
20 seconds go here in the second period. 4-2 lead for Waterman.
15 seconds.
Both guys doing a good job in the tie with heavy hands, doing stuff. Hauserman with a lot of shot fakes, but he's not committing to anything. There we go at the end of the period. Again, same thing, end of the period again.
Yeah, that again.
That one was more clear, I think.
The hands are down, and again though that drag. Drug behind, and the hands touch, and he, it's tough.
Here we go back to the table. Vivacqua jogging over this time.
I think the concern was the clock here. When it gets to 1, the buzzer blows and zeroes out. And I think that was a concern of Coach Vivacqua there. I've noticed that a couple times. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Lawrence waved it off.
So Hauserman choosing Palm to start the third period here. If he escapes, it's a 1-point match. And, he's got to be confident on his feet. Essentially had 2 takedowns, and I have to think he's confident he gets back to his feet. He's going to be able to take him down.
Yep.
Here he is to his feet now. Waterman drops down to a leg. Hauserman is countering. We'll see how Waterman gets him back to the mat. Going to be a stall.
No.
Good crack at the hips.
Whoa.
Oh, he little hip whip, and he gets reversal to tie the match at 4. With a minute 20 left, we'll see if he's able to ride him here. A little elevator there.
And again,
Glenn.
Plenty of time here. Excellent move by Hauserman, and I think he caught Waterman off guard.
Yep.
Waterman let down a little bit on that leg once he took him down, once he cracked that down. You got to let him go. You can't give him 2 here. Now he's going to go to the ride, leg in. And Hauserman looks really confident right now. He's getting a little high here.
He's settled back in now. See what he's able to do. Roll attempt by Waterman. Oh, he gets him on his back. Ooh. A little sloppy there by both guys. A little sloppy on top. Didn't chase hips that well or float that well behind him on the roll. And then, Waterman exposing his own back.
Yeah, good action there.
Yep. 40 seconds to go here in the match.
So now Hauserman really kind of is elected to ride it out because, he's cutting it down to 30 seconds here. And he's going to have to ride him tough.
Yep. Got to keep him in here. Waterman's going to want to get out and get that restart. He's been good on the restarts at creating a lot of motion, but Hauserman's got to keep him in here if he wants to have a chance to take it overtime. 20 seconds left in the match.
Yeah, and Waterman's crawling forward to try and get that fresh start.
Hauserman trying to get that little cheap tilt on the inside. He's got a bar, reinforced bar on the side. He's going to try and bring him over. Figure go for broke. 5 seconds.
They're still in.
And we're going to go to overtime here, tied at 4. First overtime match tonight. This will be a huge match in favor of Rock North. Oh, there's a caution. That's the second one on Flanagan. Confusion with the clock again, but
Yeah,
perhaps.
it's at 1 second again. And now the clock has not started. They held it second. So I don't know what to say about that clock other than we know that when it gets down to 1 second, the buzzer blows. So
try a little throw by attempt there by Waterman. Go to bounds. 34 seconds left here in the period.
yeah, and Houseman kind of lost his steam here.
Yeah.
It's all been Waterman here in the overtime, forcing the action. Good shot there, but his head was down.
Got tough in that front head.
He's got to get off his knees here now.
Yep, he's coming out, trying to bowl him over. Now he's back to his feet. Got to watch that reshot. Here he comes. He's tight on that elbow. He's on the double leg. Waterman, Houseman tries throwing him. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. And there's the 2. Not sure why they
stopped the wrestling there with his back.
He was right on his back. That's
Your winner by decision, final score 6-4. The Counter-Rock South Golden Hawks, Kyle Waterman.
So that takes the score to 31-15 here with 3 matches to go. And we're going to get Max Mendez. They're not going to make the bump.
So an outside chance here for North, but with Mendez coming out here, looks like they sent out Shalinsky. Is that correct?
I believe so. Mendez snapped down spin behind, but they run out of real estate. Mendez coming out being the aggressor the first 11 seconds here. Bad shot attempt by what we believe is Shalinsky. But now he's trying to dump him through. Mendez not doing that well on that front head there. Mendez a state qualifier a year ago. There he is. Now he gets behind, gets 2. Mendez this year is 3rd at Bethlehem. He was 5th at Escape the Rock, as we talked about. '83 career wins for Max Mendez. As a junior, looking to hit that 100 wins as in his junior season. 13-5 on the year. Wasn't a regular in the lineup earlier in the season, Glenn.
No, we had talked about that tournament lineup earlier in the year for Council Rock South, and then I think things kind of played out weight-wise, and Mendez came back in. Not only did he solidify their lineup down low for dual meets, but for tournaments, Mendez is a point getter for the Golden Hawks. And again, it gives them a lot of mobility down low with Riccini in a dual meet. So, that's something we're going to see in the district duels and certainly at the state duels, and we'll see where they bump around a little bit down low because they have that flexibility with really, really good wrestlers.
Yep. Mendez with the cross wrist has to drop down as Shalinsky gets to his feet and gets it to 2-1 here with 30 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, good work by Shalinsky there.
Yep.
Another takedown there by Mendez. And Mendez's speed has been his, greatest attribute.
Speed kills.
Yep.
Nice come over top going across. See if he goes cradle here.
Yeah, he's got that. No, he lost it.
Shalinsky a long frame. It's, both easy and difficult to cradle at times. You're able to bend them up, it makes it easy. And Shalinsky gets to his feet, but can't get out before the period's over. That's how we'll end at 4-1 in favor of Max Mendez. Shalinsky's choice. Vivacqua instructs him to defer. It's Mendez's choice. He chooses neutral. See if he goes right back to that little slide by he did out of neutral in the first period.
Yeah, that's got to be a pretty good practice circle. Mendez and Waterman and Riccini in there for the Golden
Hanson
Hawks.
Ashworth. Again, with a snap down spin behind. (6-1) score here, minute and 30 left.
And Mendez is slowed
running
down.
Clock.
Shalinsky here on top.
I don't know. Mendez didn't take bottom. Do you think that might be something we see Shlinsky take in third period?
Yeah, Shalinski's got a pretty good cradle, so see what happens. If he's not scoring from the other position, he's going to have to go on top to see if he can get it, and then if he can't, get him back to his feet and see what he can do from there. But he'll be in a pretty big hole at that point if he can't do anything from the bottom. Again, with this Unity Cup match, Council Rock has all the midget wrestlers out. They were on the mat earlier, recognizing them, and sure, it's great for these kids to watch these two schools go at it and know that someday they're going to be out on the mat. And you get out to states and you see the little kids run up and get the signatures from the kids when they come off after the semifinals and the finals. And again, the sport continues to grow. I mean, everyone says it's a dying sport, but you come in here, a gym like this, big match, you see the sport is growing, and the youth programs are just very, very strong here at Council Rock, at both North and South. And
4 seconds, we just had a stoppage. Mendez trying to ride here, but no real threat of turning him.
No, and Mendez has rode well here, so we'll see if he goes on top. I think Shalinski has to go on top. Staying top. Yep. Coach Vavakwa points the arrow up. So let's see what Shalinski can do on top with Mendez. I'm sure Mendez is going to fire off here on the whistle, though. He doesn't want any parts of a cradle.
Yep. Mat return there by, Shalinski.
A little inside trip there. Yeah, I like that.
Got one leg in right now. A lot of leverage here in this position for Shalinski. He can get way out in front because of how long he is. He's reaching for that second boot to go in. Has that toe pick going. He's trying to drive forward. Take him off that base. See if he back hooks the arm and tries to roll through. We saw this earlier. Attempt from, I think his brother actually did it in his match against Martinovsky.
Yeah, he's still trying to get that second boot in. And I think if he gets it in, he can stretch out Mendez a little bit. But right now he's a little high, and Mendez is trying to shake him from that tripod position. Yeah. He's doing a really good job. Yeah, here he comes out, split the legs, and that's 2 for Mendez. An 8-1, and now he's looking for some backs of his own. But again, Shalinski's in big trouble down below, as we saw Mendez ride him out in the second. And again, another reason for to consider riding time again here at the high school level. I mean, we talk about guys that can ride, and they need to take that to the next level. Why not bring it back to the scholastic level? So there's 2 big things that need to come in. I mean, the takedown out of bounds, and certainly the riding time. At least for me, I think a lot of people really could care less about the riding time at the scholastic level, but I just think it builds, for the next level.
Yeah.
10 seconds to go, and Mendez is going to ride this thing out.
All right, well, maybe our second most awaited match of the night here could be Luke Lucerne and Shane Hansen Ashworth.
And the Council Rock South Golden Hawks at 113 pounds, Maximino Mendez.
Nope. Then we'll see that at 126 pounds.
Yeah, surprise there, but they're going to save that one for the postseason. Can't blame Coach Vavakwa there.
Now wrestling at 120 pounds from the Indians of Council Rock North, Dan Fitzgerald. And for your Golden Hawks, Shane Hansen Ashworth.
Hanson Ashworth ranked 16th in the state in the latest ranking. He's ranked 4th in District 1 at 120 pounds, coming off a weekend which saw him go 3rd at Escape the Rock.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, I ranked him a little bit higher than that 4 spot. And I think people are just, they don't know Shane that well, and I think we're going to see a lot of him in the postseason. I mean, 3rd to Escape the Rock. I mean, that means you're the, sometimes the second best guy in the tournament, wrestling back and winning, that lower half bracket, which is a grinder coming back through.
Coming through trying to hit the butcher here. Maybe if he comes off the body and runs around. Dan Fitzgerald's a freshman. He's 4-10 on the season up to this point. Still got that butcher going. Fitzgerald's on the leg, which isn't helping his cause any.
And now he's got it coming around.
Yep.
Should get some swipes here once he gets
and
he's more extended.
Fitzgerald goes the other way, he's going to catch him, possibly in that headlock.
He's going to get him now. Got that chin in the chest and looking for the fall. 32 seconds to go. He's coming around the other side now. I don't know why he did that. Looks like he's loading up a hazard here.
Yep.
Nope. Looking for a cradle. He's trying all 5 moves at once. So Fitzgerald escapes, makes it 9-3.
Went up 9-3 here at the end of the first period in favor of Hanson Ashworth, who chooses neutral here for the 3rd period.
Council Rock South chooses neutral.
And again, those Council Rock South wrestlers always look over, and trusting their coaches and where to go.
Yep. A little duck attempt there, right?
Right back to the butcher.
Yep, keeps that forearm trapped.
He's got this one tight. This double trouble. This could be lights out.
Fitzgerald doing a nice job of fighting. We'll see if he can get that left shoulder down.
Coming out front there. He's going to get the weight on top of his chest.
Yep.
Now he's coming back around for that.
Hooks that arm.
Yep. This is where we were before. See if he stays here and can finish this off. A lot of time left too. 120.
He's climb up on the body again. You can't.
He's got one leg.
Those legs.
Fitzgerald, not giving up here. He's fighting.
Got to come up a little bit higher, scoop the head, maybe come off the body, get into that headlock to finish.
Yeah, Fitzgerald did a nice job belling down there. And
14-3 here as we just passed the midpoint of the match, and looks like Hanson Ashworth's going to let him up here after a little face mash. Little inside trip motion he made to his coaches. We'll see if we see that right now. Three-quarter Nelson right to his back.
Little toss there right to his back.
Give him right back in that same position. Now he's coming up under the arm. We'll see if he comes around.
He's got to get out of that parallel position.
Yep, now he's coming off. There you go, lift the head. And he's got the hip close to the head. He's just got to get that right shoulder down. He's got to keep sitting up a little bit. If he comes off his back here, it's going to be a tech fall. So they're looking to get the 6 here as opposed to the 5. Four seconds. Nice job here by Fitzgerald fighting off his back. He's, and that makes it 19-4. That's your tech fall.
At 120 pounds, your winner by technical fall with a final score of 19-4. Your Council Rock South Golden Hawks.
So runs the lead at 24 points, and here we are with Luke Lucerne coming out for the Rock North Indians.
126 pounds. For the Indians of Council Rock North, Luke Lucerne. Your Golden Hawks, Braden Ricchini.
So here's Ricchini coming up. Good to see him getting a match.
Ricchini in the year, 4th at Cumberland Valley, 5th at King of the Mountain. He is 12-9 on the season.
and it was Braden that was in that earlier tournament lineup in place of Mendez, and he's a solid wrestler himself.
Yep.
And it's a good match for Luzerne as well. I mean, I know Luzerne was probably hoping for that other match too, but he didn't get it. But he's going to get a tough opponent right here in Braden Riccini.
Lucerne was first at Penn Manor, 7th at the Bethlehem Holiday Classic. Riccini coming up top. Lucerne bear hugging through it.
Nothing. Good action there.
Lucerne 19-6 in the season. A year ago was state medalist for the Rock North Indians, finishing 6th. 55-14 in his career. Little throw by attempt there by Riccini. Lucerne gets behind. Nothing yet as he still tries to scoot behind with the switch, but Lucerne gets the takedown there.
A lot of people speculate, what if these two high schools never separated and Council Rock stayed together, the lineups they would have, and North Penn's another school district, tremendously large population, and people wonder why they have not split. But for wrestling, these two teams, the split initially was, I think, kind of in South's favor, and over the years, North has caught up. And again, these guys, see each other, day in and day out in the off season, and like I said already, in the postseason. But I just can't imagine the wrestle-offs would be like a regional, tournament in there.
Yeah. Win the first period here with Lucerne top, riding tough, giving Riccini, a lot of trouble. Lucerne getting a little frustrated that he's unable to turn him. Maybe he felt Riccini not wrestling as hard as he should have. Lucerne right to his feet after sealing off, going right to that standing switch. He hops over, ends up on his back.
Real good chain wrestling there.
Yeah.
Switch, re-switch, step over.
Yep. I'm not a big fan of the step over in that situation because you do leave yourself exposed. If he would have just kept with the switch and stepped over instead of I shouldn't say the hop over. Trying to go standing hazard here does Riccini. Now he drops down to the ankle. Lucerne trying to get away. Now he's on both feet. Lawrence got to make sure he moves up, and he does.
In addition to the Team Bowl Rep t-shirts, a couple of fundraising efforts currently happening. The annual Super Bowl block pool and the bingo night.
Lucerne back to his feet. Riccini trying to hit a standing switch. Riccini tries hopping over now with that low leg. Lucerne's going to try and get some hip. Has to get some hip height. He pops his head. Now he's going to look to come around. And this is reversal. Makes it 4-2 here as we come down about halfway through the match. And he's back to that bar and wrist. We'll see what he does with it.
Got that bar set pretty good.
Yep. Now he's going to come out the side and run it. See if Riccini is up to, stopping it. It's getting a little dangerous there. Lawrence all over it.
Yeah, Luzerne kind of brought it back into a better position. He's still working that elbow hard.
Yep, and now he's got Riccini. He's got to get that hip to the other side. He's got to get ready.
Losing that bar.
Yep. Good job by Riccini. 30 seconds left here in the second period. 4-0 your lead for Luke Lucerne over Braden Riccini, sorry. And there's a stall call on Riccini.
That's a tough call coming off it. You're just in a bar, you work to get out of it, and you're belly down, and you're kind of flattened out. The official has to call that, but that's a tough call.
That's how we'll end the period. 4-0 in the lead for Lucerne and in control. Riccini going neutral. Not want any part of going down again.
Last 2 minutes of the match here. And it's been all Council Rock South here.
Great
nice
job.
toss.
But Riccini again getting to his belly. 6-0 the lead here with that takedown.
again, Ricchini's got to start moving down there. He's going to get hit again.
Yeah. Lucerne with a smothering ride on top right now.
He really cuts the hips with his own hips and then really works hard up top. And there's that stall call I was talking about. No surprise there. He's trying to dig that bar out. And
minute left here in the match. We'll see if Lucerne maybe cuts him, tries to work for that major decision. Ricchini to 1 foot. He's desperately trying to come up here. Great forward pressure, though, by Lucerne, keeping him down. Trying to reach those boots in, misses with it. 37 seconds to go here in the match. Now he comes over top, has it. Ooh. There's a big crossface, right hook. Technical violation on Ricchini, only grabbed 1 finger. So there's the major decision with 19 seconds to go here. Put some major decision criteria. Now Ricchini to his feet. And Lucerne hanging on that foot for dear life right now.
stall calling him.
Now he's going to come up. And he cuts down the hips as we run out of time. That's how we'll finish it. That will end the match 8-0. And final score 39-19 in favor of the Council Rock South Council Rock South Golden Hawks. Sorry, apologize. That was a for a 20-point margin. Didn't feel like that much of the match felt closer than that, Glenn.
Yeah, especially in the middle there with those matches. I mean, it was neck and neck all the way up to 170, tied 12-12, and then Council Rock South took a big lead up top with a couple of falls, and we didn't get the big match we thought with Lucerne and Hanson Ashworth, but all in all, I mean, Council Rock North is obviously a formidable opponent. I just think Council Rock South at this point with their season, I mean, obviously they have a lot more matches. These kids have wrestled in some individual tournaments, gone a little deeper and wrestled back, especially, Hanson Ashworth coming back, taking third. So, a little more experience on that Council Rock South team right now. I mean, I'm not counting Council Rock North out yet, with the district duels. If they get one guy back, I mean, that could be the difference for them. But, I'm not surprised with the score. I am surprised, that Flanagan and Corbett, took out Lucero there, and Khan gave she a great bout too. So I mean, those bouts were great, and we're going to see these guys, go toe to toe again in leagues and districts, like I mentioned, and you may see some of those scores flip around in the postseason. So I'm excited for Sunday, obviously for the Eagles, but again for the district dual seeding to see where the committee has everyone fall out. We're going to try and rank the 16 best teams here in the Southeast region in AAA and match them up. And it's not an easy job, and we try and do it as fans and experts with our rankings, and we'll see what the committee comes up. And like I said, I'm sure Mike's excited. He'll be in there in the room, and he'll be the first guy to release that to everybody on PAWrestling.com. And great wrestling again here in this gym, and thank you again for having me ride shotgun.
Yeah, there you have it. 39-19 is the final score. Rock South with a fairly dominant, performance, although there were some close matches. They blew it open there in the upper weights, as Glenn talked about. This Saturday we'll be back at it at the Sunnybrook Ballroom, the historic Sunnybrook Ballroom in Pottstown, to cover Pottstown, Potts Grove.
Now, do I wear a tux or casual? I mean, what are we going with?
I'm going powder blue tuxedo.
Ooh, I might have to borrow Coach Franco's ivory coat. So we'll see how we're dressed up for the ballroom.
And then Sunday, like we said, we'll have a short bracket reveal live spot from the lab, aka probably Mike's basement, and we'll release the bracket, and we'll give a little bit brief preview of what you're going to see. But again, this is the match of the week. PA Wrestling signing off. This is Joe Youngblood and.
Oh yeah, we're out of here.
All right.
Kaiser. See ya.
See ya. Have a great night.